Did you know Public lets you earn a 5.3% yield on Treasuries, actually earn a rebate when you trade options, and make 5.1% on your uninvested cash? That's just the tip of the iceberg. Public has made major changes in the last 2 years. They've added a ton of new features and creative ways you can invest. So today, I'll take you on a tour through all that Public has to offer and bring you up to speed. This video is sponsored, but to tell you the truth, it was on my list of videos to make anyway. So I'll gladly take Public's money, give them a Disneyland Fast Pass, and bring this up to the top of my list. And it's extremely important that you know exactly when a sponsored video is happening, especially in light of recent events with different influencers and creators doing an awful job of disclosing that kind of relationship. So because this video is sponsored, I will not be reviewing Public, but instead I'll give you a tour of their product, a showcase of the features and offerings. A full review of Public is on my list of videos to make this year also, but that video cannot and will not be sponsored by Public. First up, let's talk about stock market investing. At Public, stock and ETF trades are commission free. So that means $0 to trade on self-directed individual cash brokerage accounts that trade US listed securities. And so you know other fees like regulatory fees, subscription fees, wire transfer fees, and paper statement fees may apply. As you should demand from any investing service, they also have investing tools. So they've got price alerts, extended trading hours, DRIP, which is dividend reinvestment plan. It's not the cool clothes you wear, side-by-side stock comparison tool that I've yet to try out. I've got to try this. But then they also have market insights. So they have live market expert insights. They've got all the standard information on a stock that you would want to see. Then if you want, Public Premium gives you even more information. And so you can pay for it or you can actually unlock it without any kind of fee. But what that does is give you advanced trading data, company-specific analysis, better support, a bunch of different stuff. So I'll explain that later on. Public also gives you access to over-the-counter securities, and per Investopedia, over-the-counter securities are traded without being listed on an exchange. So think of it as over-the-counter like medicine, where you can get a prescription medicine where you've got to go through the pharmacist, which is like an exchange. Over-the-counter is something that you just have access to a different way. So to have access to that, you've got to have a dealer or a broker that specializes in over-the-counter markets, and Public is one of those. And then a big feature that Public has been known for since the very beginning is price execution without payment for order flow. Think about payment for order flow this way. Public is choosing to turn down a check that they could otherwise just accept and make more money because it keeps their relationship with the stock market a lot cleaner and removes some possibility for conflicts of interest. And for a regular investor like me and you, that's probably a good thing. Public also says that this way, without payment for order flow, you get the best possible execution for your trade too. So that's pretty cool. Now let's talk about investment plans. Investment plans weren't in Public when I first heard about it and when I first reviewed it. And what they let you do is simplify your investing decisions by either choosing from a mix of investments that are pre-assembled for you, or you can make your own mix. Then based on what you picked, whenever you have money to invest, it goes into each of the things that you've chosen in the amounts that you've chosen. M1 Finance does something similar with their pies. Pizza restaurants do something similar with pizza and toppings on their menu. Robinhood sort of offers this, but it's only really a recommendation like the very first time you invest, which is strange. I don't know why they don't let you have a recurring portfolio that you've picked. Public lets you regularly invest back into that mix that you've chosen over and over. And so if you're somebody that has kind of a set investing plan and you want to stick to it and invest in the same way over time, there's several different ones that are organized by risk tolerance, by bond strategy, by an overall investing theme, which is popular, or also by a geographic region. So maybe you want to invest in the United States or you want to invest in everything outside the United States. I'm also going to check these out before I do my review and give you more feedback on them. Now let's talk about ETFs. Public gives you access to ETFs, and they happen to be my personal favorite security to invest in. What ETFs do is they let you diversify your portfolio, and they're often passively managed, which means the expense ratios are lower than something like a mutual fund, which is typically actively managed and has higher expense ratios. And for their ETF investing, they have features like price alerts, extended hours trading, and dividend reinvestment, which are all handy. But for cash that you don't want to invest, but you still want a high yield on, there's Public's high yield cash account. And as of this moment, filming this video for you, they're offering 5.1% API, which is an industry leading rate with no fees, no subscriptions, no minimum balance requirements, no maximum balance requirements, which would be a great problem to have. Oh no, I have too much cash. What am I going to do with all these piles of cash? I have mountains of cash laying around and nowhere to put it. Public has no maximum limit, which is cool. You also get unlimited withdrawals and transfers and up to $5 million in FDIC insurance coverage. But unlike a lot of investing brokerages, that's not the only way to earn with your cash. Public also offers bonds and treasuries. Let's talk about bonds. Public has brought bonds into the 21st century, or so their website says. Public says they are the only platform that lets you buy corporate and treasury bonds for as little as $100. Corporate bonds, if you don't remember, are bonds from private companies, and then treasury bonds are backed by the full faith and credit of the US government, and they could offer tax advantages too. And then the real unique factor here is that they can do fractional bonds with over 100 different different bonds to choose from, and there are ones that you can snag for as little as $100, and then you can buy them in $1 increments from there. So $101, $123, or whatever. Normally that's pretty hard to find, or you just can't do that. Also, in my opinion, I find that their bond screener is really nicely designed and easy to use, but this isn't a review, so I'll stop making these kinds of comments. Public has also recently launched their bond account, and this is yet another way for you to deposit cash and earn a yield with Public. Here's how it works. You have to deposit $1,000 or more. Doesn't work with less money than that. So $1,000 is the minimum. And then your deposits are allocated into a portfolio of 10 different investment grade and high yield corporate bonds. Once they're invested, you have the option to hold them to maturity and enhance your returns, or you can sell whenever you're ready. And early withdrawals, just so you know, can incur some fees. But you may not want to early withdraw because they earn a 6.9% yield and you get interest payments at least once a month throughout the year. So this account could be a great option for you whenever you have cash that you won't need for 4 years or so. If you have that big milestone down the line and you want to invest for that time, getting married, need a down payment for a house or some other property, whatever the reason, if you're not planning on touching that money for a while, you may want to look into a bond account. And if you're a finance nerd, you already know that the Fed is considering a rate cut in the coming months. And so if you've been thinking about investing in bonds, it could be good to lock in a rate now before that rate is cut. And if bonds aren't your favorite flavor, there's always Treasuries, which currently earn a higher yield than the high yield savings account. So what are Treasuries? What are we talking about here? Well, these are T-bills, which are also backed by the full faith and credit of the US government. So they're considered one of the safest investments around. But another cool thing with T-bills is that you don't have to pay state or local taxes on the income that's generated from them, so you can take home more of your earnings. And you know, if you watched my videos in the past, that if we reduce our fees and reduce our taxes, that leaves us with more money to take home. And so that could potentially be something that you can do with these Treasuries. Now let's talk about options trading, because it's pretty unique with Public. You can actually earn a small amount back whenever you execute a trade. That's not normal. Public claims they are the only investing platform that gives you a rebate on every options trade. Typically you're charged for this, but Public is actually giving you a rebate. So with Public, you earn between 6 cents and 18 cents per contract that's traded based on the number of referrals you make. And so you know there's no commission fees or per contract fees. So for reference, this chart shows you what other brokerages commonly charge for options trading. They're not giving you a credit back. And Public also has a strategy builder tool that helps you align your investing goals with your actual trading. I don't trade options, but I imagine that could be handy for those of you who do. And of course, a cutting edge service that's rolling out new features like Public can't overlook crypto and AI. So through Public, you can gain access to backed crypto, and you can trade a variety of assets like Bitcoin and Ethereum, and you can set price alerts, you can set up recurring investments, you can monitor your crypto analysis. And if you're curious, here are all the assets that are currently available through backed crypto. I imagine that list changes over time, so check back on their website if you want to see exactly what it is. I also don't personally trade crypto, but if you do, and if you're looking for something more specific as far as what they offer and how they do it, check out their website because there's more information there that you can dive deeper into. Now let's talk about AI stuff. Last year, Public introduced Alpha, which is their proprietary AI tool, and they say that it transforms how you interact with your portfolio. So with Alpha, what you can do is you can ask a question about any available asset, and then you get a collated answer through the little AI interface. And so you get real-time context through just asking a simple question in natural language. But what you can also do is set up Alpha to summarize news and events and then send them directly to you via email. So you're not having to do a prompt every single time you're looking for information. You can set it up the way you like and then just sit back and get it in your inbox. Another potential use for Alpha is to ask for just the key takeaways of like a recent company's earnings call. So you're trying to investigate this company. You don't want to sit through the glorified Zoom call. You just say, hey, Alpha, summarize this. Give me the key takeaways. And it'll give you that in a more broken down form that saves you a ton of time. We should all avoid as many Zoom calls as possible. And unlike a lot of other AI services right now, Alpha is actually free to use for all Public members. So you're not stuck paying for subscriptions. You're not having to sit and worry, is this worth it? Is it not? Am I going to use it? Should I try it for a little while? No, it's just free to use. So that's very nice. But if all that's not enough for you and you want even more from Public, there's Public Premium. So let's go over those features right now. Public Premium gives you advanced data, trading features, and VIP account management. But the best part is you can get that even without paying for it. Until you have a $20,000 balance in Public, it costs $8 per month, which is in line with other premium features through other investing brokerages. But once you cross that 20K mark, the subscription fee is waived and you just get all the premium features. There's a complete list on Public's website, but the features you get are investment fundamentals, KPI, what bears and bulls say, analyst rating history, advanced crypto data, a bunch of earnings data, customizable price alerts, fee-free extended hours and over-the-counter trading, and VIP account management. So it's a lot of features. And if you're not quite at that 20K balance and you want to try out Public's premium version, then you can get a free 7-day trial also. So now that you've been through all these features, should you try out Public? They've got a fast and clean mobile and web interface. no payment for order flow, a high yield cash account that gets 5.1% APY, options trading that actually gives you a rebate on every contract you trade, also with no commission or per contract fees, fractional bond investing, alpha AI. Public has a lot to offer. It's been a long video. You've made it through. They've got a lot of stuff here. So if you want to try it out, you can sign up with my link below. It's just public.com/BrendanEvan. I think that's an affiliate link. I'm not 100% sure, but it probably is. So we'll just assume it's an affiliate link. If you do sign up through that, I assume I get some kind of little kickback. So thank you very much for supporting me, and it doesn't cost you anything extra. So that's amazing. And if you want to catch my review of Public in the future and see what all my opinions are and have me give it kind of a grade as far as an investing service goes, all you got to do is subscribe. It's totally for free. It marginally increases the chances that you see my videos because YouTube might kind of pop them up to you a little bit more. But I try and make 3 to 5 videos per week for you here on YouTube so you can get all the information that you want on different investing services and tools and methods. And you have a lot of chances to have secret comment words. Like today, secret comment word is snacks, because it's time to go get some snacks. And I just hung up an axe. We're starting to sound like a Dr. Seuss book. Thank you, channel members, for supporting me directly, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.